I'm Jennifer, and I'm so happy you're here because I'm truly excited about the Christmas and holiday season. I can't wait to make some of my favorite recipes. But one recipe I'm going to make today is from my childhood. It is an absolute favorite. These are called Ritz Cracker Cookies, and they're super wonderful. They have marshmallow and peanut butter, and they're dipped in chocolate. What could be better? They're so easy to put together and so much fun to make. Let me show you just how easy they are. I am so excited to make these Ritz Cracker Cookies. Let me show you what we're going to need. We'll need a spatula. I put down a piece of wax paper. I have some semi-sweet chocolate chips, of course some Ritz crackers, some little Christmas sprinkles to put on top, some peanut butter, marshmallow cream, and if you'd like to melt some white chocolate chips to drizzle over the cookies, you can do that as well. I am super excited to get started with these Ritz Cracker Cookies. We're going to take the crackers, and the side that has the biggest dimples on top, we're going to add a little bit, not too much because you don't want it squirting out. So we're just going to add a little bit of marshmallow cream, and a spoon works best for this. I always find a spoon is the perfect tool to add the marshmallow cream. And then just add a little bit of peanut butter. You don't want too much because then when you put them together, it could squeeze out and get in the chocolate, and that would not be very nice. That would be pretty messy. So put the two together, of course with the dimple sides in, so that way you have the smoother side on the outside. And when we dip the cookies in chocolate, you won't see the big dimples, and it really doesn't look like it's a cracker under there. And that's what we want. We don't want it to look like it's a cracker dipped in chocolate. A little bit of peanut butter, and then a little bit of marshmallow cream. And just keep going to make as many of these as you would like. And then we'll get on to the next step of melting the chocolate and dipping the cracker cookies in the chocolate. I have the chocolate chips ready to go. I have a cup and a half of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I added a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can see it right there. That'll help me thin out the chocolate when I get it all melting. We don't want the chocolate to be too thick. You can also heat the chocolate in a double boiler. I have about 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers filled slightly with peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Now I'll get the chocolate melted in the microwave. I'm going to melt the chocolate in 30-second increments. You don't want to melt it all at once because it could scorch or burn your chocolate. After the first 30 seconds, the bowl is nice and warm, and I'm just going to stir it with my spatula. The chips won't look like they're melted yet, but that's okay because they're warm, the bowl's warm, the coconut oil's warm, and you can just start mixing around the chocolate that's slightly melted. You'll see that it's starting to melt and the chips are getting really gooey. We'll mix this around, and then we'll put them back in for another 30 seconds. At this point, the bowl is really hot, so be real careful, and then take your chips out and stir them once more. It should only take about a couple different 30-second increments to get your chocolate melted. Just keep stirring it. It should have a really nice glossy look to it. Stir it really quickly because you're going to want to work quickly with this recipe, as with all melted chocolate recipes. Okay, there we have it. The chocolate is melted nicely. So we're just going to take our little crackers here that we've made into a cookie, and we're going to set it in the chocolate, dip it under, and I like to use forks with this. Flip it over, and then lift it out and tip it up to drain off the excess chocolate. Just let it drain right through the fork. And once you do that, you can put it over, swipe off the extra, and then just put it on the parchment paper. The best time to put the decorations on top is right after you dip it. That way, the little sprinkles stick right in the top of the chocolate. Then just continue moving right along. Lay it in there, dunk it under, and lift it out. If your chocolate is much too thick, you can always add a little bit more coconut oil. If the chocolate is way too thick on the top, Just lightly swipe it off with the other fork. Wipe across the bottom so the excess comes off, and once again onto the parchment paper. When I'm doing this recipe, I love to use a bowl that's not really big, because that way I can easily push the cookie around in the bowl if I need to coat the sides, and then I can easily wipe it off and let the chocolate go right back inside. The bowl is a little bit deeper instead of shallow, and that way it is really nice to have the chocolate nice and thick right in the middle. The little cookie crackers are all dipped in chocolate. Now I'm going to let them sit to harden up, or you can put them in the refrigerator. And here's how the absolutely adorable little Ritz Cracker Cookies turned out. They couldn't be cuter, and they're truly delicious. These little cookies are simply delightful, and they have a wonderful fond memory from my childhood. I always loved putting these together and sharing them with my family. They were always fun to make when I was a kid. I hope you give these a try and realize just how much fun and how easy and delicious they are. I'll be truly happy if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.